Hello, friends. Welcome back to Great Program Insight Fellowship Program in Advanced Analytical Problem Solving Expertise. Um, right, it's about Six Sigma Green Belt, our first certification. So, in our previous video, we have just gone through finding the list of probable causes, right? That's the step number two in a major phase. And now we need to find out the critical or highly critical and important causes from that list of the probable causes. This is kind of a prioritization of the critical causes from the list of the probable causes, which we found in the step of root cause analysis based on fishbone diagramming. That is our previous step. So let's go ahead and understand how are we going to prioritize the critical causes with the tool called CI matrix. Next slide, please. Right, so before we just go ahead, let's go through our sequence of problem solving methodology of Six Sigma Way. So we started with define phase, diagnose what is the problem, then we quantify the problem and set the improvement goal and document it in project charter. Then we try to locate the problem through high level process map. Then we entered into measure phase, and here we define how are we going to measure the problem with the help of performance standard documentation. Then with the help of fishbone diagramming, we listed down the probable causes. If you could recall, you as a green belt is sitting with operations team, and on a whiteboard you drew, fishbone diagram on different categories, and under those categories we try to segregate probable causes. Those are the probable causes, not necessarily the significant causes. So you somehow segregated or sorted them out. Now, out of these sorted causes, we need to find out the critical causes. In other words, we need to prioritize important critical causes from the list of probable causes. Imagine you carried out a fishbone diagram exercise and found 25, 30 different causes. The question is, can we really work on those 25, 30 different causes? It will consume a lot of time, a lot of efforts. So we have to prioritize. We need to find out the important causes, critical causes out of that list of probable causes. And that is where the third step comes into the picture. Select critical causes from probable causes with the help of CI matrix. So let's go through the next few slides to understand what is CI matrix and how we're going to use this tool called CI matrix for prioritizing the probable causes. So step number three, root cause prioritization, finding out highly impactful root causes from the list of causes occupied or causes found from every, that is a fishbone diagram based root cause analysis. Let's go to next slide. Step number three, controllable and impactable matrix. So what is CI matrix? C in CI matrix stands for controllable and I stand for impactable. So when you're talking about controllable and impactable, what are we talking about here? We're talking about controllable excess of causes and impactable excess of causes, right? So these two are the filters. If you could remember FMEA, failure mode effect analysis, we had three filters over there: severity, then occurrence, frequency, and third, detection, right? So here, almost on a similar terms, we are using two filters, controllability and impactability, to prioritize the causes. In FMEA, we prioritize the failure mode of problems. Here, we are going to prioritize the causes which we found into root cause analysis based on fishbone diagram exercise. Okay, so let's go through the important points of the CI matrix. Let's understand it together. So CI matrix is an opinion driven tool that this is the opinion driven tool that prioritize important root causes based on their controllability and impactability. So we have not yet entered into statistical validation or statistical analysis. This is still a opinion-based causal prioritization. Six Sigma, what Six Sigma do? Six Sigma is a prioritization tool, and Six Sigma prioritize causes based on statistical validation, based on statistical testing. But prior to statistical testing, they have to do the prioritization based on opinions of the people or the team which is there into brainstorming session, right? This team is experienced member teams or supervisor or assistant managers who are part of these brainstorming sessions, and they are the one who knows the process inside out, right? So their opinion matters to prioritize, to prioritize the probable causes. So this is the first step of prioritization based on opinion of those brainstorming or individuals who are part of the brainstorming session, right? So once list of causes finalized through fishbone diagram, participants in the brainstorming session need to decide how controllable and impactable given causes are. Why? Because we cannot work on all those probable causes. We discussed about it before. So we have to come up with some filter. So based on these two filters of controllability and impactability, based on these two filters, we select highly controllable and highly impactable root causes for further analysis. I mentioned that this is the first step of prioritization, which is based on opinion of the participants from the brainstorming session. Now, next step obviously is a statistical testing based prioritization. Okay, so say in fishbone diagram based root cause analysis, if team found 20 to 25 different causes, CI matrix can further prioritize 8 to 10 highly controllable and highly impactable causes from that list of 20 to 25 different causes. Isn't it a common sense? And we cannot work on all those causes. We don't have that much of time and cannot invest that much of efforts. That is why we got to prioritize it. So this is the controllable and impactable matrix. Let's go ahead and understand when we are saying controllable causes, what it really means by controllable causes. And when we are saying impactable causes, what actually meant by impactable causes. So controllable causes. Controllable excess or causes are those causes that can be fixed by operational team with or without management support and without extra budgetary compulsion. So controllable causes are those which can get fixed easily or which can get fixed without any budgetary compulsion, from the management side. So if you want, I mean, imagine there are a few causes, and we can fix it, but that may incur some additional cost where you need to ask for the budget to the senior management, where senior management may or may not approve that much of budget. So we are not supposed to work on those causes. Those causes are kind of out of control causes because we cannot fix them that easily. So controllability is the filter which help us understand whether the causes which we found in through fishbone diagramming or through fishbone exercise, how many of those causes are easily controllable, in other words, are easily fixable. That's the controllability filter. Next filter, impactability. You can use either yes, no as a parameter, or you can also use high and low. So even though I mentioned here yes and no, we certainly can use high and low over there, right? So impactability. What is impactability? In a simple terms, impactable excess means those excess that are highly severe. That is, they have ill effect on performance of Y, and highly frequent means those excess occur almost on a shift or daily basis. So impactability do have two sub-elements. One is how severe, or in other words, how harmful that given cause is, how ineffective that given cause is if we are not going to fix that cause. So that's the severity. And frequency is how frequently given cause occurs. So based on these two parameters, we can define the impactability of the given cause. So controllability either in the form of yes or no, or we can also use the form of high and low. High means yes and low means no. So many times we use yes, no as two parameters, or we can also use high and low. That's okay. So let's go to the next slide and try and understand it further. So the step number one for understanding CI matrix is list down all potential or probable causes found in the exercise of root cause analysis based on fishbone diagram. So imagine in our case of PT non-compliance reduction, these are the 2021 causes we found in a fishbone diagram. If you could remember, during fishbone diagram, at the step of fishbone diagramming, we have seen a fishbone diagram for a high PT non-compliance, right? And there, under different categories, we had different excess. We read about excess, human error, and those terms we already read over there. So all those causes which we found or which we segregated into fishbone diagram, we're going to list all of them over here. So these causes are from fishbone diagram exercise. This is the step number one. Step number two is if categories are available, list down categories of each root cause or defect or error or bug. So whatever root cause or defect or error or bug, if the categories are available, we can just jot down the categories over here. So what are the categories? For manufacturing, as we know, man, machine, material, method, measurement, and mother nature. So we're going to, in this particular column, we are going to jot down the category in front of that cause. So product change are made too often and without plan is a part of that method category. So yes, human error. I talked about human error, right? Right now, this is part of this is man-related cause, which we have also read during fishbone diagram exercise, right? So likewise, we jot down all those 21 causes. So here in this particular case, we found 21 causes. There might be more than 21 causes, maybe 25, 30 causes also, probable causes. So next step here is we just figure out the para categories and we'll just jot down the categories in front of the cause. That is step number two, if those categories are available. Had it been a IT project, these categories would have been different categories like client and QA, and then people, man related, then code related, and then your development and training related. So all those categories would have been here, right? But since PT non-compliance is a project for a manufacturing company, that is why these categories we do have. Let's go to next step. Next step is under the section of controllable, this section. So under the section of controllable, get the answer from participants to question of can we fix these causes without extra budgetary need. If yes, those are highly controllable. If no, those are low controllable. Let me repeat. So under this particular column, all we need to do is we need to ask the participant whether this given cause can we fix it without extra budgetary need or without extra senior management support. If yes, we can fix it at our end, it is highly controllable. If no, we need monetary support or we need senior management support, then it will be low controllable. So here we have exercised this particular activity, and participants gave us the categories. I mean, gave us the parameters either high or low for a given cause over here. So cause number one, we can fix it without budgetary need, but cause number 2 and 3 need some extra efforts and support from the senior management. Cause number 4 is we can fix it at our end, that's operations end, without budgetary or management support. Cause number 5, cause number 6, we can fix it, but cause number 7 and 8, we cannot fix it, and that is why low. So low controllable and high controllable. So we have exercised the first filter of controllability. Here, out of 21 causes, we filter out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So out of 21 causes, we took only 12 controllable causes. The rest of causes we are not going to look into because those are anyhow non-controllable at current. So we're not going to work on those causes, right? So this is the first filter. In first filter, from 21 causes, we took 12 causes to next filter. And the next filter is impactability. Even in that, first filter is severity. So let's go to next slide. Next slide, please. Right. So step number 4. Under the section of impactable, get the answer from participants to the question of how severe is given cause. So yes, this given cause is controllable, but is it severe or not? If it is highly severe, we'll mention high. If it is low severe, we'll mention low. As simple as that. So for cause number 1, which was highly controllable, we asked the same question of whether this is highly severe or not. Now the team answered that this is highly severe, so we'll mention high over here. But for cause number 2 and 3, we'll not ask the question. Why? Because those are already low controllable, so we're not going to look into those causes. So we are not going to look into these causes. So directly we'll jump to cause number 4. We'll ask the same question, and here we found that this is also highly severe. Cause number 4, 5, 6. Interestingly, you can see cause number 10, which is highly controllable. But when you ask the question of severity, team says it is low severe. Now, when I'm saying team says, there are like 4 or 5 different individuals, and they might be having different opinions. All we need to do is we need to come to the consensus. So out of 5, there might be 2 individuals saying low and 3 individuals saying high. In that case, we'll try to see whether we can get a consensus. If not consensus, then at least the majority. So here we found that many of them, or majority of them, are saying this is low severe, and that is why we'll mention low over here. Likewise, we'll continue this practice for cause number 14, cause number 16, 17, 18, 19, right? And also cause number 21. You can see just like this cause of personal break, cause number 10, cause number 21 is also highly controllable, but it is low severe. So in second filter, all we did is we try to further filter out important causes for the next filter. So from controllability, we had 12 causes. Now under the filter or through the filter of severity, we have extracted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is removed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is also removed. So from 12 causes from the controllability filter, now we are having only 10 causes. So we have removed those 2 causes which are low severe. And this is how we'll enter into third filter, filter of frequency. So step number 5, under the section of impactable, get the answer from the participants. I'm reading over here. Participants to question of how frequently given cause occurs. So the given cause might be controllable, the given cause might be severe, but is it frequently occurring? If it is not frequently occurring, then why should we put in efforts? Right? There is a possibility that you may question this way. So we need to figure out how frequently given causes. So those 10 causes which we somehow got from this second filter, for those 10 causes, we'll ask this question of whether this given cause is frequently occurring. And team has given the answers like this. So you can see it in the column of frequency. So cause number 1 is highly frequent, cause number 4, cause number 5, cause number 6, which is highly controllable, highly severe, but it is low frequent. So we are not going to take that cause. So that cause we are going to literally throw it out. Then cause number 9 is there, cause number 14, we are going to remove or eliminate this particular cause. Then cause number 16, 17, 18, 19. So from 21 causes, controllability gave us 12 causes. Then severity gave us 10 causes. And out of these 10 causes, through the frequency filter, we have extracted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 causes. So before we started exercise, we had 21 probable causes. Through the CI matrix and through the filters of controllability and impactability, under which severity and frequency, controllability, under impactability, severity, and frequency, under these 3 filters, we took those causes, we scanned those causes, we eliminated few causes, and now finally we got 8 causes which are highly controllable, highly severe, and highly frequent. So let's go to next step. Step number 6, we prioritize given X or cause if it is highly controllable, if it is highly severe, and highly frequent. We'll mark it with tick mark, and we those are the prioritized X's, and X's, X's which are not prioritized, we mark it with this symbol. This is like a cross, right? So we have prioritized first cause, then fourth cause, then fifth cause, then ninth cause, and then 16, 17, 18, and 19th cause. So total 8 causes we have prioritized with the help of controllable and impactable matrix. Again, this is based on the opinion of the experienced individuals. Now for these 8 causes, we will take these eight causes further for statistical analysis. This is kind of a selection, we normally do see different championships, right? So different tournaments for that matter. So there were like 25 different teams who started, and then by the time we reached to the final round, there were hardly 7 to 8 different teams, and then we had a quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals, and then we have our champion, right? So CI matrix is kind of a prioritization of the causes. So that's about the CI matrix. Yes, quiz time. So let's go to the quiz. Question number 1. CI matrix is an opinion-driven tool that prioritizes important root causes based on their controllability and impactability. Is this a true statement or false statement? The answer is true. CI matrix is an opinion-driven tool that prioritizes important root causes based on controllability and impactability. Let's go to next question. Impactable excess, that is causes, mean those excesses that are highly severe, that is, they have ill effect on a performance of our Y. Is this a true statement or false statement? And the answer is false statement. Well, this is certainly a true statement, but semi-true kind of a statement. Yes, impactable excesses are definitely those excesses which are highly severe, but that is not the only thing. Those need to be highly frequent as well. So if the given cause is highly severe, but it is not highly frequent, we are going to eliminate that cause. And that is why we mentioned this statement as a false. That cause is not impactable cause if a given cause is not both highly severe and highly frequent. So answer is false. So this is how we completed our third step into measure phase. We started with performance standard, which help us to measure the problem, or which help us to figure out the measurability of the problem. Then we have gone through fishbone diagramming, which help us to list down probable causes. Then we have gone through CI matrix, where we found, or we let each and every probable cause goes through three filters. We scan those probable causes under controllability, that is whether we can fix it. B, under severity, whether this is harmful to project Y, that is our problem. And third, or harmfulness, whether this is leading to a problem, that's the severity. And third, importantly, whether this is frequently occurring. So whether this particular cause is highly severe and highly frequent, then it is highly impactable. So likewise, we found, or we filtered out, or we took highly controllable, highly severe, and highly impactable, sorry, highly frequent causes for the next round of prioritization. That is nothing but statistical testing. So this is our step number 3 in measure phase. So in our next video, we are going to look into how we are going to collect the data for a project Y and critical causes. So now we got a critical causes from CI matrix. So we need to collect the data for project Y and critical causes. So how are we going to do that? Because for statistical testing, we need some data, right? Then only we can deploy the statistical testing. So if we really want statistically significant causes through statistical testing, we got to collect data. And that is what we're going to look into the next upcoming video. So this is about CI matrix. We are done with the CI matrix. And yes, finally, thank you so very much for your time for going through this video. And if you like this video, I would request you to please let our Break a Things program reach out to your friends, family, friends, and relatives, and let everyone know about this particular program, so that everyone can get benefited out of this. So on that particular note, if I may request you ahead, if you like our video, please click on the like button. Please do share the video. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed. Please do subscribe to YouTube channel of Breath Fix. So on that note, thank you so very much for your time. We'll meet up in the next video. Uttishta Bharata, Ma Bharati shall rise again in a full glory. But before we stop, let's thank the companies whose support we have taken, the technological companies. We deeply appreciate following technology companies for their technological support. Thank you so very much. Let's meet up in the next video. Thanks a lot. Have a great day ahead.